ॐ
Om
शुक्लाम्बरधरं
Varadaram Vishnum
शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं
Chaturбhujam
प्रसन्नवदनं
Vadanam
ध्यायेत्
Jai
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्। So, welcome everyone. This is the second discourse we are going to have on unmāda and apasmara. So today we are going to continue our discussion on unmāda. So the shloka we have in Charaka saṃhitā is unmādam punar mano buddhi sanya jnana smruti bhakti shīla cheshta chara vibhramam vidyāt. This is the shloka. So, Charaka Rishi is trying to define what is unmāda in this shloka. And there is one definition or one rule we follow in Sanskrit grammar. Dvandvante shruyamanam pratyekam abhisambadhyate. Dvandva samasa is a kind of a compound word where the last word of that compound word will be attached to each and every word which is in that compound word. So in that way, we have this word vibhramam. Okay. So vibhrama is nothing but illusion. It's a kind of illusion. And if we want to talk about illusions, there are many kinds of illusions. For example, in Vedanta, we have a term called khyati. That khyati is of many types. Khyati is illusion. And that illusion can be called as brahma, vibhrama. There are many words. And this khyati, you have sat khyati, asat khyati, anyatha khyati, sadasat khyati. There are many types. Actually, when we go into some parts of Charaka saṃhitā, I will also give some instances of what types of illusions are discussed in other shastras also. Okay. So here, so manaha, mano vibhramaha, buddhi vibhramaha, sanya vibhramaha, jnana vibhramaha, smruti vibhramaha, bhakti vibhramaha, shīla vibhramaha, cheshta vibhramaha, achara vibhramaha. So all these things are related with vibhrama. And Charakacharya is actually showing some symptoms. What all are those symptoms by which we can understand that that particular person is in the condition of unmāda? Okay. So, first of all, we should understand what are these things, irrespective of this shastra. Okay. We should understand what is manas outside this shastra. And this shastra, Ayurveda Shastra also actually gave a detailed description of manas, how will that work and how is that born and for where did it take its form and all those things are discussed. But I shall only talk about manas in a general way now. So manas is called as antarindriya. So indriya is sensory organ or which is enabling me to perceive anything directly is called as indriya. For example, I am now seeing my screen, my laptop screen. My eye is an indriya because it is directly enabling me to perceive the screen. You all are hearing my words. So you are hearing my words using your ears. So that is called as karana, shrotrendriya. See, and these indriyas are again of two types, which are antarindriya and bahirindriya. Bahirindriya means those indriyas which perceive the objects which are not internalized, which are external in nature. For example, the light which is emitted from this laptop is external to me. An object or this book which I am perceiving is an external object. Okay, but there is one thing called an internal what you say, sense. Like if you ask me, are you happy? I use my antarindriya or the manas to check whether I am happy or not. Okay, if you ask me something else, did you like that? So I will wait for 1 second and I will ask, I will use my manas, I will use my antarindriya to check whether I like that or not. Okay, so that instrument which we use to know what is happening inside, that is called as manas. Then we have buddhi. Buddhi is a kind of knowledge. There are many kinds of knowledges. Okay, in this bifurcation or in this division, there is something called sanya jnana. Okay, according to some commentaries, sanya jnana is one entity and buddhi is another entity. So I also feel that is a good division. Buddhi can be taken as knowledge, cognition. This can be of many types. Okay, this can be because of your reasoning. This can be because you know some knowledge. It can be verbal cognition. It can be sensory perception. So the cognition which arises because of your senses can also be taken as buddhi. And after that we have sanya. Sanya is nothing but chinham or a symbol. Okay, sanya can also be a name. And after that we have smriti. Smriti is recollection. Bhakti.
Can you elaborate the word sanya? Because sanya means one symbol. You see.
Yeah. A name can also be a symbol.
Can it be taken as consciousness?
Consciousness.
Because in BHU new course was started as sanyahara. We got it as anesthesia. So sanyahara is known as anesthesia.
Okay. So we can take that the ability to identify something can also be taken as sanya.
Okay.
Identifying something. So what we identify a name or a symbol or a shape. All those things can be called as sanya. Sanyahara means after administering that particular drug, he is not in a state to identify something. It can be pain.
Identify himself or identify the pain or identify something.
Yes. Identify anything.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And after that we have smriti, which is recollection. I think most of you know what is recollection. Whatever we experience, it is stored in our memory. And when we have a trigger, we recollect. For example, if I ask, what is your phone number? So this question is triggering the memory of your actual mobile number, your contact. And after that, we have bhakti. So in general, bhakti is taken as spirituality. Okay, bhakti as a worship we can take in general. But here it is desire, ichha. See, spirituality or worship is also a kind of desire. For example, when I go to a temple and when I pray to the God in that temple, my desire is that the omnipresent God is now reflected in this particular stone. And this particular stone is the symbol of that omnipresent God, and he shall listen me and he shall pacify me, he shall give whatever I want. So it is a kind of a desire. So bhakti
bhakta means?
Sir? Bhakta, who has bhakti, he is called as bhakta.
No, in Ayurveda, there are aushadha kalas. When to take abhakta, pragbhakta, madhya bhakta, samabhakta.
Bhakta is also having another meaning, sir. Divided. Bhakta, divided. Bhaga, bhakta.
Is there any relation with the food?
Food.
So after
Okay.
food means adho bhakta. Before food means prag bhakta.
Okay. I don't know, sir. It might be, there might be some relation with bhukta or bhakta.
Bha.
Bhakta. Okay.
Ah.
Bhakta can also have a meaning called, which is divided.
Okay.
One thing we'll do,
Acha,
I will show
vibhakta,
how to,
avibhakta.
yeah, avibhakta, bhakta, avibhakta. Yes. So it has a relation with division.
Okay. And we have to check regarding the bhakta vibhrama. Even bhakti shila means we can take it in the food habits will also be changed.
They have told as ichha, sir. When I go to the actual commentary, I can
Okay.
say that.
Okay. So there will be ichha only, right? Okay.
Yeah, bhakta. Niyatīkrita, vibhakta, vibhajit.
So bhakta is different.
Bhakt. When it is a pullinga shabda, it's called as pujak, aradhak, upasak. Okay, he is worshipping somebody. But when it is in napumsakalinga, bhakta means hissa, bhag, a part. Okay, and there are many other meanings also. Okay. So we cannot generalize for sure.
So here we have to take it as ichha only.
Ichha. Only in this bhakti is
Context.
taken as ichha because Chakrapani Datta has mentioned in that way. In other commentaries, it might be in a different way also.
No. I don't know about that. Just I am asking the related word. Is there any relation with bhakti and bhakta? So clearly commentary is there on ichha means we have to take it as ichha only.
See, here you have bhakti ichha.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So the next thing is sheelam, character. You all know that. And cheshta is outward action. Gestures are called as cheshtas. So, see, the process is something like this. Janati ichhati yatate. First of all, you know something, you desire upon that particular object or content, and then you start responding. The first outermost response of the body is called as cheshta. And before cheshta, you have something called sankalpa, which is also called as kriti, prayatna. These are the words used in the Shastra. So, you know something which is called as jnanam, you desire ichhati, you desire something, and after that, yatate. Yatate means prayatnaha kritihi, means there is a kind of an effort which starts internally. After that internal effort, that is manifested in the form of a gesture. For example, I want to switch off the fan. I want to switch off the fan. Why? I knew something. What did I knew? I am feeling cold. I'm feeling cold. Or the fan is making more noise so that I am not in a state to hear you. So I know something. Now I desire to do something. I want to switch off the fan. Then after that, I make an effort internally that I should do that. So I make a sankalpa. It's called as an effort or prayatna or kriti. And after that, my hand moves towards that switch and it presses the switch. Then the fan is off, switched off. So the outward action is called as cheshta, which is soon after the sankalpa. Okay, so that is called as cheshta, and achara is out of sampradaya. our training, out of the training given by our elders, something is called achara that arises. Now you know what is the meaning of each and every word. Now we'll go through the Vyakhyanam once. Unmāda pratyatma lakshanamaha unmādam punarityadi. Pratyatma lakshanam means lakshanam is nothing but definition, or he is elaborating about the symptoms. Lakshanam has two meanings: definition or a symptom also. Okay. Pratyatma means many, you can take as many. Vibhramam iti manah prabhritibihi pratyekam sambadhyate. That's what I told. Dvandvante shruyamanam pratyekam api sambadhyate. Pratyekam sambadhyate. Kaihi manah prabhritibihi. So the word vibhrama is related with each and every word from manaha. Manaha, buddhi, sanya, jnanam, so on and so forth. Atra mano vibhramat chintyan arthan na chintayate. Achintyanscha chintayate. So, mano vibhramat, because of his mano vibhrama or the illusion in his manas, chintyan arthan na chintayate. He will be not contemplating upon those objects or incidents or processes which ought to be contemplated, and achintyanscha chintayate. He will be contemplating upon such an object or a consequence or an instance which has no relevance. So now his manas is the adobe of emotions. Now his emotions are in such a way that he is not emoting when he is expected to emote, and he is emoting in a different way, in an unexpected way, in an unexpected situation. I think you understand what I am saying. For example, I am talking with a person and I am inquiring whether he is understanding my discourse or not. Okay, a person who might be in this condition will not understand how to emote in that place. And in contrary, when he is not expected to emote something, he will be emoting more and more. He might be frightened unnecessarily, and he might not be frightened when there is a necessity. Something like that. When the train is moving very, very fast, he might be very near to the door, but he might not feel frightened. But when he is sitting beside his mother or father or his guardian, when he is very safe, he might feel very, very frightened sometimes. So this is a very unreasonable situation related to the manas. And buddhi is the second thing. Buddhi vibhramatu nityam anityamiti priyancha apriyamiti pashyati. Because of his illusion in the buddhi level, buddhi is all about taking decisions. Buddhi is equal to decision. So his decision capability is now very low. So how is he taking decisions? Nityam anityamiti. Nityam means that object which doesn't perish, which is eternal. So because of his buddhi vibhrama, illusion at the buddhi level, nityam anityamiti, which is eternal, he thinks to be perishable. Priyancha apriyamiti, which ought to be very dear to him, he might think that it is not dear to him. It is not a priya to him. Okay. So he might think that his mother is an enemy to him sometimes. And he might also think that God, who ought to be nitya, is anitya sometimes, because of the vibhrama at the buddhi level. He couldn't make a decision. He couldn't make a reasonable decision. Vachanam hi, to collaborate, to give an pramana reference to that, they are taking something from sha. Krishna Kishore ji, you have to shed light on this. What is Sharira Sthana?
Sharangadara Adhyayam.
Sharangadara.
Sorry. Sharira Adhyayam.
Sharira Adhyayam. Okay.
Sharira Sthana is the charaka.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we are in Nidana Sthana. So Sharira
He is getting the reference from the Sharira Sthana.
Okay. Okay. Understood, sir. Thank you. विषमाभिनिवेशो यो नित्यानित्ये प्रिया प्रिये ज्ञेयः स बुद्धिविभ्रंशः समं बुद्धिर्हि पश्यति. So this is the reference given, and this is what we have just now explained here. And after that, sanyam jnanam tad vibhramat ajnadi daham na buddhyate. So before, when he was not in this condition, he might know that the fire might burn. Now he lost the ability to identify that this object which is called fire will burn me. So that is called as sanya vibhrama. He has now lost the ability to identify what is fire. Okay. Kimva sanya namollekena jnanam. So sanya jnanam means sanyaya jnanam. Sanyaya jnanam, sanya jnanam. He now
Chaturthi.
Tritiya, sir. Tritiya. Tritiya. Sanyaya jnanam. Which means that he knows what is fire. He knows that there is an object called fire. Now he lost the ability to relate the object called fire with its ability. Means he knows that something might burn, but he is not in a state to recollect that this object which is having flames will burn me. He lost that ability. Sanyaya jnanam jnana vibhramaha. Sanyaya jnana vibhramaha. Okay, it is losing the ability to identify something. Now he lost the identity of fire, identifying fire.
That means delayed milestones.
Sir, I did not understand.
The delayed milestones. Even the person will be in the age of 5 or 6, but don't know what happens when he touches the fire.
That is, yes, sir. That is also there, but here they are showing in a different way. A small kid might not know that fire burns something.
No, my intention is the person who is affected with unmāda will behave like that.
Yes, sir. Yes. That's what they are saying. That is also one symptom, I think they are saying.
It might be one of the symptoms.
One of the symptoms, yes, sir. Smriti vibhramattu na smarati ayathavadva smarati. So this is also pretty much similar. He is not recollecting, or he is recollecting in bits and pieces. He is not in a state to reconcile everything and make sense. Now we got bhakti. Bhakti richa tad vibhramacha yatrecha purvamasit tatra anicha bhavati. So he lost his consciousness about his desire. Previously, he might be desiring something else. He might be wanting mangoes in summer. Now he is not recollecting his desire. Means he is not now that passionate towards mango. Whenever he sees mango, he is not having that response, natural response. Okay, that is bhakti hi ichha. And after that, shila vibhramat akrodhanaha krodhanaha bhavati. Shilam is character, and it's not taken as that way here. Previously, he was not having that anger. Now he is showing that.
Sorry to interrupt. Can we throw some light on bhakti vibhramaha? So bhakti richa tad vibhramacha yatrecha purvamasit
tatra aniccha.
Tatra Nicha. Last time he has interest in that, but now he doesn't
now
show any
that
interest.
interest has gone. Yes.
So he has changed his mind and he has changed his interest.
Yes.
Unknowingly, he do that. He does
Yes.
it.
Previously, he might have used to like good clothes. Now he's not liking it anymore.
So at one point of time, he likes one thing. At another point of time, he likes
He's not
another.
liking. But these likes are not incidental likes, but traits. We call that as traits, something like that. Previously,
he doesn't have control on that.
Yes. Yes, he lost that temperament now. He is not having any connect with it.
So
previously, he might have bred a lot of dogs or cows with good passion. After this condition, he lost all those interests to breed dogs or cows or something like that. Something like that, sir. Which can be taken as a trait.
Right.
So Sheela Vibhramat Akrodhanaha Krodhanaha Bhavati, which means that previously he might be very calm, peace-loving, harmony-loving person. Now he's always anger, temper is going high. Cheshta Vibhramat Anuchita Cheshto Bhavati. Cheshta Vibhramat Anuchita Cheshta. Cheshta is a response, I have told you, a bodily response. Anuchita, Uchita and Anuchita. So, how to behave in a crowd, generally we know, because we see our elders and our elders always correct us and we know how to behave. But after this condition, their behavior is very much different. Their cheshta,
we notice
gestures,
it a lot. This we notice it a lot. The
yes,
person
sir.
who
Yes.
is affected with autism don't know how to behave with the people. He
Yes.
used to undress before the crowd.
Yes.
So differently he behaves. Anujita Cheshta.
Yeah. And one another thing is achara vibhrama. Shastra shiksha kritaha vyavaharaha tad vibhramat ashauchadyacharati. So there is something called shaucha. Shaucha. Shuchehe idam shaucham. Shuchihi means clean also. Cleanliness is at different many levels in according to Shastra. One type of shuchi is related to the material. One type of shuchi is related to your manas. One type of shuchi is related to your buddhi. So there are many different types of shaucha.
Ahara Shuddhi, Bhanda Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi.
Yes, sir. So bhanda is a sharira there?
No. Bhanda means patra.
Patra. Okay.
Vessel.
Okay. Ahara is food. Bhanda is vessel. Manaha is manas, the antarindriya or the instrument which we use to internalize something. And Shuddhi is prescribed at many other levels also. So, Achara Shiksha Kritaha Vyavaharaha, Shastra Shiksha Kritaha Vyavaharaha Achara. So, this Achara comes or this Achara is prescribed by Shastras. And the Shastra is training us to follow certain processes, and that is called as Achara. For example, if I want to worship God, the Shastra is prescribing me to do snana of my body, and it is also prescribing me to do the Shuddhikarana of the manas, buddhi and other levels also. Then it is prescribing me to do the actual dhyana or puja or homa or anything. Okay, that is the Shastra Shiksha Kritaha Vyavaharaha Acharaha. But Tad Vibhramat, Nama Achara Vibhramat, because of his illusion at the Achara level, now his actions are Ashuchi, Ashaucha. Okay. I think you understand what is this.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the overall lakshanam given by Charakacharya. So after this, he is talking about the pUrvarUpa. Krishna Kishorji, you have to tell us about what is pUrvarUpa and other things.
pUrvarUpa are prodromal symptoms. When a disease is established in your body, it shows some prodromal symptoms like burning of eyes or pain in throat. When the patient is getting, when a person is going to get a fever, it has some effect. When then the patient is going to suffer with cough, there will be pain in throat, shukarivavuta, like that. So these are the prodromal symptoms. So
Okay.
if you take action when it is in prodromal symptom, that is pUrvarUpa condition, there will be no chance to get the rupa. That means complete manifestation of the disease. So
Okay.
he explains to take care when the pUrvarUpa is there in the body.
Okay. Okay. I think this is very important to identify the pre-dromal condition.
Prodromal symptoms.
Prodromal, yeah.
Because
Prodromal.
when you observe the prodromal symptoms, you may be avoiding the conditions, or you may be avoiding the food which is going to aggravate the condition.
Yes, yes, yes. Tasyemani purvarupani. These are the purvarupas for this unmāda. Tadyatha shirasaha shunyata. So shirasaha shunyata is feeling hollow at the
Feeling emptiness.
Sensation of head being empty. Shirasaha shunyata. After that we have chakshushoho akulata. Chakshuho means eye. Akulata might be they are saying as perplexity. Perplexity in the eyes. Akula. Akula means which can't be focused on one object. That is called as akula.
Continuous movement, eye movement, eyeball
Continuous
movement.
eye movement. When somebody is very anxious, also we see that swanaha karnayoho. So there is a continuous sound in the ears.
Karnanadam.
Swanaha means sound. Karnayoho. There is a continuous sound. That sound is not because of the outer objects, but that sound is heard only to him. Swanah karnayo. Ji, Shachi ji.
Acharya, here are they talking about auditory hallucinations?
Yes, yes. Uchvasasya adhikyam. Uchvasa is the breath. Breath is now adhikyam. There is a lot of uchvasa nishvasa now. It's not, he is not stable. The breath is very fluctuating. Uchvasasya adhikyam. Krishna sir, do you want to add something?
As Sachi ji said, it is the auditory hallucination is there with swanaha karnayo. Then can we consider it as chesta? Chakshurakulata means visionary hallucinations.
There might be visionary hallucinations also, because he has that manovibhrama, but akulata is just mentioning the
eyeball movement.
It might be or it might not be also. I don't know.
This is a good words. Auditory hallucinations. Many people will tell that he is doing something. Somebody is calling him. Somebody is.
Yeah. Asya samsravanam. Involuntary liquids coming out of the mouth.
Excessive salivation.
Yes. Dribbling from the mouth.
In Ayurveda, it is called frullasam.
Srullasa.
No, ha, rutvam. Frullasam.
Frullasam. Okay.
Frullasam doesn't mean anandam. It is ullasam, right? It is hru, HRU.
Frullasa. Okay. Anannabhilasha arochaka vipaka. So there are three conditions here. Anannabhilasha. They are not having the desire to eat something. Anannabhilasha. Annabhilasha is not there. Anannabhilasha. Arochaka. Even though you eat something, it is not tasty. Even the food is tasty. Others feel that it is very tasty, but this person will not feel that to be tasty.
Not capable of identifying the taste.
Yes.
Sensation. Taste.
And it is called as anorexia. ANOREXIA.
Anorexia.
Anorexia. And the third condition is avipakaha, indigestion.
Indigestion.
Hridgraha. Hridgraha. Spams at cardiac region.
Gripping means pain in cardiac region.
Yes. Spams. Dhyanayasa sammohodvegascha asthane. Asthane means in an inappropriate situation. Dhyana, ayasa, sammoha and udvega. These four conditions. Dhyana is continuous contemplation is called as dhyana. Ayasa is exertion. Sammoha, illusion at its highest situation. Sammoha. Moha, sammoha.
What is the difference between moha and sammoha?
Sammoha is an superlative state of moha itself. Moha is illusion.
Okay.
Sammoha, now you can't even perceive anything else. It's like that. Illusion at its zenith. Like we have this Sammohanastra. We can see about that in Mahabharata and other stories.
Yes.
Okay. And Udvega. Udvega is emoting high emotion. Udvega.
Anxiety
and all those things. Yes. So these are those. Satatam loma harshaha. Loma harsha, I think it's called as horripitation. Frequent horripitation. So Roma means the small hair we have on body. Harsha means when it becomes straight. Means it is when we are very happy. When we see something very excited, we generally have that.
Goosebumps.
So satatam. Many a times, goosebumps. Yes, sir. Goosebumps. So goosebumps without any reason.
without any reason.
Yes. Yes. Jvarascha abhikshnam. Jvarascha abhikshnam. Abhikshnam is also frequent fever. Unmatta chittatvam. So for unmatta chittatvam, we have a vyakyanam. Unmatta chittvatvam iti udbhranta chittatvam. Udbhranta, utkrushta bhranti. Chitta is always in the state of illusion. Unmatta chittatvam. Always. Many a times. Udarditvam. Udarditvam. Udarditvam iti urdhvakaye pīditatvam. Pain in the upper body. Sir, am I correct?
No. What is it? Urdhva, udarditvam.
Arditvam. Udarditvam.
What is the vyakya for this?
Ut means higher, upper. Ut we can say as upper. Utkshepanam. Kshepanam is action. Utkshepanam means the movement, upward movement can be called as movement. So udarditvam, arditvam can be pain, and udarditvam means pain in the upper body. Ardita kruti.
Can you focus on this? Ardita kruti karanancha in vyakya.
Yes, sir. Ardita kriti karanancha vyadheriti. Arditasya vyadher akriti karanam. Tena ardha vaktra brahmanadi karanam ityartha.
In Ayurveda, ardita vata is a disease.
Okay.
we can call it as facial palsy.
Yes, sir.
మూతి వంగబోయింది అంటాం కదా ఇక.
Ah.
Dragging mouth, angle of the mouth is dragged in one side.
Yes.
Udartitvam means something related to that.
No, sir. Ardhitvam is here pain. Udartitvam is a different symptom from.
No, here the Vakya explanation.
Yeah, yes, sir. Udartitvam iti urdhvakaye pīditatvam. So we also have a full stop there. Yes, sir.
Oh, next in ardhitakriti karanancha vyadhe.
Ardhitakriti karanancha vyadhe iti ardhitasya vyadhehe akriti karanam.
Okay.
Tena ardhavaktra brahmanadi karanam ityartha. Vaktra can be face or body. Vaktram.
Or mouth also.
Mouth also. Yes, sir. So ardhavaktra brahmanam, as you have told, facial paralysis or something like that.
The angle of mouth is dragged to one side.
Yes.
So this ardhitakriti karanancha refers to ardhitakriti karanam. And
yes,
udartitvam is reference of urdhvakaye pīditapvam.
Yes, sir.
Both are different.
Yes. And they are also talking about a very interesting thing. Swapnecha abhikshnam darshanam bhranta chelita anavasthitanam rupanam aprashastanancha. So they are talking about these kinds of, in this kind of condition, the dreams are something like this. They are talking about the dreams those people get.
Again, abhikshnam means?
Abhikshnam is always, many a times, frequently.
Swapnecha abhikshnam darshanam.
Abhikshnam darshanam of what? Bhranta chelita anavasthitanam. Anavastha means which are not certain. So there are some objects which are not certain and they are moving. Bhranta chelita anavasthitanam rupanam aprashastanam. And he is also cognizing that they are not prashasta. They are not of higher order. They are not of higher quality.
Okay.
Aprashasta. They are impure. He is cognizing them to be very inauspicious also. Inauspicious also. Okay, that is one kind of a thing. And after that, tilapīdaka chakradhirohanam. So this is one another kind of a dream. Previously, the oil was made of a mechanism where an ox will be moving around, and there are different kinds of grooves and wheels. And because of that, the oil used to be made. Now, in his or her dream, he is in between those tila chakra. Okay?
Adhirohana means, we have studied in different way, whether I don't know which is correct.
Yes, sir.
That means, what we read is, the person feels like he is sitting on the chakra. So chakra brahmanam. So he is sitting on the chakra and the chakra is revolving around its own axis.
Yes. Adhirohanam means he is upon that.
Upon that.
Yes, sir. That is what here also they are saying. Adhirohanam. It is my anvaya that when somebody is on that particular wheel, he will be in between the wheels also sometimes. That's what I feel.
So the feeling is like moving on a wheel.
Yeah, the wheel which is actually nishpīdaka chakram. Nishpīdaka chakram means which is meant to crush the seed. Okay, he's on that.
Okay.
Vata kundalika means whirlpool. We have something, na? Hurricanes, whirlpools.
Okay.
Vata kundalika. Vata is air. Kundalika is which circulates or which moves, cyclones, all those things. Vata kundalika pihi.
There is a disease by name Vata kundalika.
Oh.
In Mutra Vyadhi, in Mutragata Vyadhi, in urinary problems, there is a word called Vata kundalika. So he feels like that inside the urinary bladder.
Oh.
So here it is called Vata kundalika means he is in a whirlpool.
Okay. Vatakundalikabihi chonmathanam, unmathanam. He is being
Unmathanam.
pulled upward in that Vatakundalika, in that whirlpool. Nimajjanancha, or he is going downward,
Drowning in that.
drowning into it. Kalushanam ambhasam avarte chakshushoho cha apasarpanam iti. Apasarpanam. So,
Sarpanam.
feeling that he is sinking in strong currents of dirty water. Nimajjanancha kalushanam. Nimajjanancha kalushanam. We can do that. Yeah. Nimajjanancha kalushanam.
Swimming in Musi.
He's drowning into drain. Yeah. Ambhas means again water. Ambhasam avarte chakshushoho cha apasarpanam. Apasarpanam. Dragging of ice.
Dragging up.
Chakshushoho apasarpanam. So in his dreams, somebody is taking out the eyeballs.
Oh.
Okay, these kinds of symptoms are, we can say that they are in the pUrvarUpa. But I don't know how much is that accurate.
No. Many a times patients will tell most of the symptoms.
Oh.
Some auditory illusions, something in the dreams, and they are they are drowning in that. Somebody is dragging them. Pain is there, and some ullasa will be there. Patient is continuously wiping. Her mother or her caretaker will continuously wiping his mouth.
Oh.
Water discharges are there.
Okay.
And this chesta asthana, what is that? Chesta vibhamat. Chesta vibhamat.
Yeah, chesta vibhrama is very often common. Yes. Chesta vibhrama here. Yes, sir. So these are the two stanzas on which we had this talk. So we can meet again next week, same time. We shall end this session with a small Guru Vandanam. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Harihi Om. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sachi.
Thank you.
Bye bye. We shall meet again.